Hi, this is John Hope Bryant, founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Operation Hope, America's largest nonprofit financial inclusion organization in the entire country. I wanted today to commend a role model for business in corporate America, a role model for leadership, First Republic Bank. They're one of the top 25 largest banks in America. I believe technically they're number 26 right now. The number fluctuates. And their CEO, Mr. James Herbert II, the chairman and CEO, who I know to be a really decent human being. He's also a really smart businessman. He's grown a bank since 1985 that today is extraordinarily profitable. I believe they had 17% more profit last year, this year than the year, or 2020 than the year prior, in the middle of a pandemic. More growth, more loan volume, more deposits. All that shouldn't be impressive to you because that's the backstory. But that will keep you from writing them off as some do-gooder when I tell you this. They just set a standard for a living wage for their employees. So sometime around 2016, they start paying their employees quietly $20 an hour. 2016. This is 5 years ago, going on 5 years ago. In 2018, they quietly raised that, I believe, to $25 an hour, if I get these numbers right. But none of that's really the story here today. As of March of this year, 2021, First Republic Bank is now paying its employees $30 an hour. All employees, minimum rate. This is an example of spreading the wealth. As they have done well and done better, as the numbers I just gave you, and they're constantly rated as one of the top wealth managers in the country for the wealthiest of the wealthy. As they have done better, they've not disconnected themselves from the least of these God's children. $30 an hour is beyond a living wage. It allows the employees at the lowest level to live a middle-class life. This is akin to what happened with the growth of the blue-collar middle class in the 20th century. And it proves that you can be a business and be profitable and build wealth and still be good to your employees. Maybe this model is not for everybody, but certainly they've proven in banking it can be done. In finance, it can be done, and others should look at their model. They also have programs for their employees where they help to pay off their employees' student loan debt. That goes back 5 years ago. They also did something quietly last year. I know personally because I served on their advisory board, and they did one through me, where they allowed members of the advisory board to take 5 grants of $10,000 each and make whatever choice we wanted in the community to look to nonprofits who are struggling in COVID to survive in early of 2020. Didn't know how they're going to raise money in that environment, allowed us to donate the bank's money on our behalf from the bank to nonprofits that we knew were doing a good job because they weren't as connected to the ground level as their advisory board members were. It's extraordinary. No credit for it, no bows. In fact, I'm probably telling you for the first time you're hearing this from me now. In the new Marshall Plan that I wrote, you can download that on the internet. I wrote it for the Milken Institute. And the third reconstruction I wrote, which I just wrote for the Milken Review and for the Operation Hope channel. You can download that as well. I've really framed out a vision for America, a battle plan, if you will, a war plan for how we come back, not just back, but better, that we build and rebuild for the next 100 years, that we unleash the untapped human capital of the bottom 50% of society. And I have a strategy in there of how legislatively we can get to a living wage. But I'm really talking about more like $16 an hour. And I do that I propose doing that Congress and the president do that through the Earned Income Tax Credit. And you can go and look at that online. But I'm just saying that for all the machinations that I've suggested of how this could be done for everybody making $60,000 a year or less, we can provide a living wage to every American without it being on the back of small business, burden of small business, which has been the number one complaint of why this can't be done, that small businesses can't afford to do this. So that's a strategy for that. Here is a bank It came from nothing. 1985 didn't even exist. It was an idea. They founded in 1985. They've been profitable. I think if I recall, the last 25 years they've been profitable in a row. But yet they are sharing their wealth with their employees. You can do well and do good. You can do well by doing good. The debate does not have to be morals or money. It can be morals and money. I'm John Hope Bryant. Check out the bank. Check out James Herbert. Send him a thank you note. Commend him and encourage other corporations to follow his lead. Follow Operation Hope on all of its channels. Follow John Hope Bryant on all of my channels. Comment here. Let me know what you think about this. And go see a Hope Financial Coach at a community near you. Download the Open Hand app because we are America's financial coach. We're here to help you change your life. Love and light. John Hope Bryant. I'm out. Rainbow.